Tram. My name is Ben. I'm your cabin operator and in-flight entertainment for today. We're leaving our starting elevation of 6,559 feet. We'll be arriving at the top at 10,378 feet. This journey will take us approximately 15 minutes, crossing over 2.7 miles of cable and an average speed of 13 miles per hour. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns during that time, please don't hesitate to let me know. In the meantime, I'll be giving you a little bit of information about the tram and the mountain. Originally built in 1964, completed in 1966, it cost about $2 million. The tram was built for easier access to the ski slope on the backside of the mountain. However, it of course offers its services year-round for gorgeous views of the Sandias and the 11,000 square mile view of New Mexico. This service trail that we are coming up on now is today an open hiking trail, but in 1964 it was the original service trail used by construction workers to build Tower Number 1 up here. Tower Number 1 stands at 232 feet tall. At the time of its construction, it was the tallest structure in all of New Mexico. There's going to be a slight sway as we cross over the tower. As a safety precaution, you are encouraged to put your hands in the air and say "we."
Oh my god. That's kind of scary. Oh, look at the mountains.
It's a bit busier. Yeah, that was Sandias cover 4 different arboreal regions which have unique flora for each one. You'll notice below us that the desert scrub and cacti have given way to mountain scrub and lower bushes, and soon we'll have ponderosa pine and eventually
I think I like those big rocks.
farther up the mountain.
Probably not.
Common question I hear here at the tram is how often do we experience rock slides and rock falls with all these seemingly precariously balanced boulders in our vicinity? And the answer to that is not very often at all, because all these seemingly precariously balanced boulders are just that, seemingly precariously balanced. They are in fact still quite firmly attached to the mountain around them and have only eroded away the most insubstantial parts of the rock so that they appear like their own individual boulders. But again, they're still quite firmly attached to the rock, so the foothills are fairly stable. You do not experience rock falls or rock slides very often at all. This is not to say that the Sandias never experience rock slides, as they do farther up the mountain in some of these steeper valleys. Those can be easily identified. As we approach Tower Number 2, you might notice that there is no trail leading up to it as there was at Tower Number 1. And in fact, it's placed on the top of this knife-edge ridge here, making it particularly difficult to reach. This may lead you to wonder how then Tower Number 2 was built. It's a very astute observation and a great question. Good job. I'm sorry, did you want the answer as well? The answer is helicopter. It took about 2,000 trips to complete the Tram Number 2, or Tower Number 2, and a further 3,000 for the upper terminal. There is once again going to be a slight swing and sway as we cross over the tower.
Special. Oh my gosh.
distance, you'll see our sister tram coming in the opposite direction. We're running on what is known as a double reversible aerial jigback tramway system. Well, I'm glad to see you've all looked up your tram terminology and know exactly what that means, and none of you need to ask. But for the one or two of you who might just be too embarrassed to ask, it means as one comes up, the other goes down, which means that right there was our halfway point. It means that we are on the same drive cable on one big loop at opposite ends, so that we are always going the same exact speed, and as one is coming up, the other is coming down, and we arrive in the docks at about the same time. We are also always going the same exact speed, which is most relevant and most apparent right about now. As they slow down to pass over tower number 2, you'll have